Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hey everyone, checking in on our laggard sectors. We're going to look at a couple MJ, a couple gaming, casino gaming, a couple cruises, and a couple hotels. And just to go over a little bit of a timeline, 2 weekends ago, put out a member video saying essentially we need to be watching these sectors. They're all doing the same thing or very similar things on their tightening daily time frames. If we see market weakness from here, these names are going to be good bear plays to test their lows first. If we see the market bulls hold up, we're going to be looking bullish on these names because we're going to look for them to follow our stronger sectors. We're going to look for funds to rotate around. You know, we've looked at people making a bunch of money on a lot of tech names. Now maybe tech names are going to pull some profit out and go to the weaker sectors. Aside from that, last week put out another video which not enough people watched, but laggard sectors, April 22nd, and highlighted some of these plays to be watching. We got H, CGC, RCL, some of the three leaders from today, and the airline sector still not doing anything. So I'm keeping an eye on the airline sector bearish in market weakness, but the other names showing us strength. And to top it up, before we get into the technical analysis, asked Chart Guys Jason to make me a thumbnail summing up the laggard sector. And here we are with a cruise line, smoking weed, and gambling at a hotel casino. Pretty good summary of what we're looking at. So start off with TLRY. The MJ sector is the stronger sector of the laggard sectors. So strongest of the weak grouping. And they gave us some bull breaks and some action on Friday, led by TLRY. TLRY had a big day on Friday, spike in green volume, and we went from 682 and we closed over $8. That's a big gain. Today we surged even higher up to 975, but it's a bearish reversal candlestick. So the hourly time frame saw significant profit taking, a little lower high and lower low on the hourly. Anything under 944 will just be an hourly lower high. And if we see a bear break of 816 support, we'll be looking for a daily higher low to form. Anything above 615 is a daily higher low. So TLRY gave us some clues and some insights on Friday being the strongest name. Some of its peers, some of the other names like CGC, did show some strength, but not nearly as much. Well, that changed today. CGC, so there's our strength and there's our volume. And this volume stood out. It's above the 20-day average. And you look back and say, well, we saw that much volume a few days ago. But that was with a lot of profit taking and bears stepping in with a big upper wick, where this was all bulls on Friday. And then today, we smashed through all of our resistance. 1615, 1634, and as soon as you clear 1634, you then have very little previous price resistance, and the bulls can move through it easily, and they certainly did so with huge bull volume. We ended the day closing very strong. I entered at the end of the day on some of this bull momentum, but decided against a swing trade, decided to just lock in the half-day maker that I had, and we'll see next time we consolidate. Anything above 1668 is an hourly high or low. This is exactly what any individual name wants to see in a laggard sector. Look how similar this chart is to some of the other charts in unrelated sectors that we're about to look at. So that's what we looked at. Very tight sideways range and a bull break. Here's Wynn. So tight sideways range and a bull break. So Wynn Resorts, bull break over 78.52 and 83.87 is the top of this move. And we broke it, but only by 6 pennies. So bulls want follow through tomorrow. We do have to be aware of earnings, and we have to be aware of all earnings in any of these sectors, even if it's not with the individual name you're trading. After 83.87, the next level is 87.13. So bulls very much in control, hourly high or low. We didn't consolidate on the hourly today. So we will consider anything above the low of today an hourly high or low, keeping the uptrend intact, and bulls need some green tomorrow to convincingly get over that and not let it be a double top just under $84. PENN, same chart, sideways, very tight, bull break over 1589 and 1597, not an ideal close. hourly time frame consolidated into the close, and it was significant consolidation. We pulled back 6-7% from that high of the day. Still healthy, big picture, but on any bounce, we have to be cautious of an hourly lower high compared to 1653. One thing I want to point out, which really stood out to me today, look at the 5-minute time frame on PENN. And look at the 5-minute time frame on RCL, which is a cruise line, to start the day. So a huge bull surge. The high of the day is at the 10:20 candle. We pull back for 10 minutes, and then we see some green. Huge start to the day. High of the day is on the 10:20 candle. We pull back for 10 minutes, and then we see some green. It's the exact same chart. This would not be notable to me if they were the same sector. They are different sectors. What does casino have to do with cruise line? They're laggards. And what this tells me is that there's big money out there hooking up their bots and their algos and their trading toys to do the same thing in two very different sectors, because that big money is watching the laggard sectors and putting their money to work in those laggard sectors. So it is very notable to me that these two names were correlated that significantly down to the 5-minute time frame. And in my opinion, that's why today is the day of the laggards, not just the day of the marijuana sector or the day of the cruise sector. Every sector that was doing the same thing is performing together. So for Penn, on the hourly time frame, watching for a lower high tomorrow, maybe a bear play. And these have been some great traders. I've traded CGC on Friday and again today, just some small wins. I traded the cruise liners mostly today. RCL once, CCL maybe 5 times. So RCL on its daily time frame, again, same setup and a bull break. And you look at that candle and you might say, well, that's not a big day, but that can be deceiving because you look at this CGC candle, it looks huge. And that was over a 12% move. This RCL candle is 10.6%. So don't let the candle's shape be deceiving. It's a very worthwhile move. We broke short-term resistances, still 45.12 and 49.87 to go. So it's different in that regard. Any name that is breaking the top of the entire bounce is going to be stronger and have less resistance than a name like RCL. But again, gains worthwhile in both directions. RCL hourly high or low, 37.91 to keep the bulls in control. Strong close up at the high of the day. CCL, bull break of short-term resistance, 13.73 still stands, and then all the way up to 19.41. So again, we're not going to break the high of the initial bounce anytime soon, which is ideal, which is what CGC did, but still gains to be had. Hourly high or low at 12.73 for the bulls to try and keep their short-term control. More profit taking at the end of the day on CCL than on RCL. Just a notable difference. Look at this last hour of trading, and look at RCL last hour of trading. Pretty different. Hotels, H, similar daily, tight sideways, 57.31, 57.40 is a double top, and today we got within $1 of a bull break of those levels. So still have to see that bull break. Best case scenario tomorrow would be some green in the S&P 500, increasing bull volume, and a break over 57.40. Hourly high or low for the H bulls, consolidation into the end of the day. Anything above the low of the day is an hourly high or low. WH bull break over both resistance levels. 37.07 broke. So again, the high of the entire bounce. This is one of the lead bulls. Hourly high or low. Healthy consolidation at the end of the day. So hourly uptrend is the most important factor for me. The last thing any bull wants to see is a bull break on the daily straight into a loss of the hourly uptrend. That makes me lose interest as a bull instantly. If you keep the hourly uptrend and keep this move going, and the S&P 500 bulls keep their move going, then we're setting up for the potential of some follow through. And again, I'm looking in both directions. I actually made more money today short these cruise liners with little day trade flips than I did long. But just the point is the volatility is there in both directions and certainly worthwhile. Airliners, not doing much. Jets, the ETF, just closed lower than the open for the 31st out of the last 33 days. And you look at AAL and DAL, this is our weakest sector, hands down. And if we see market weakness from here, the airline sector is positioned very poorly to hold dump lows. So I will be looking at airlines bearish if we can see some market weakness help push beyond our lows. As far as the bull plays, pretty much just the sectors we highlighted, and we'll see if they can keep those hourly uptrends into tomorrow. And if you've been paying attention to the laggards, pat yourself on the back because it paid off today. Have a good rest of your day. We'll check back in tomorrow.